had a bumpy start to the month of August. A little bullishness in the morning, a little chop in the afternoon, followed by a bit of a sell-off into the close. Lots of confusion in terms of really what direction does August want to go in. But maybe August was really telling us the truth about what it has in store for us. We're going to take a look at the trends that we're inheriting from July. We'll take a look at the tendency that August has for the past 5 years. And we're also going to take a look at some of the strength we're seeing not only at the index level, but the sector and commodity level as well. I'm Raghee Horner, lead trader over at the Simpler Futures Room, as well as the Sector Secrets Mastery. And by the way, speaking of the Mastery, a lot of folks have been asking me, Rag, how do I get a hold of these daily price movement ranges I see on your screen, the hourly price movement ranges I see on your screen? I'd really like to kick the tires on the premium subscription. This is the first time that we're ever doing this, and that is a trial package with me in the Sector Secrets room. It's going to be a $7 trial. I'm going to walk you through the type of trading we do in the room, as well as the way we've been trading the last few weeks, what's happening in summer, how we're trading it, recent trades. You can get a really good feel for risk and cost of trades. And that's going to happen tomorrow, August 2nd, 8 p.m. Eastern, so New York time. You can register over at simplertrading.com/opportunity. But again, this is all about how we can trade futures, ETF options, stock options, day trading, swing trading, and I'm even going to show you some of the positions that we've built in the Mastery for the longer term portfolio. So lots to cover tomorrow. You're definitely going to want to be there. But again, if you've been wanting to check out 30 days of the hourly price movement range premium and the daily price movement range premium, that will be part of the trial package, as well as the top tier outlook. It is a ridiculously stacked package. You do not want to miss it. All right, let's get into what we've got here. And I do want to show you all the seasonals. So what kind of August could we expect? Well, July, if you kind of step out and look at the month of July on the S&P, you'll see that July over the last 5 years has been a bullish month, right? So by the way, hopefully we can just kill that ridiculous saying of sell in May and go away. It just simply isn't true. And July was the exclamation point on what was a pretty bullish summer. However, August is a tricky month. Why? Well, if anyone's going to take holiday, it's going to be sometime in August, usually at least by the last 2 weeks of the month. And August has a tendency to be, over the last 5 years, bullish, but really ugly. I mean, look at this movement. Does it tend to move higher? Yes, but it's going to make a lot of sense to remain bullish because of the trends that we've inherited coming out of Q2 into Q3. Financials are bullish. Regional banks are bullish. Heck, even the laggy healthcare sector was able to make a turnaround and start to move higher when it was one of the last important heavily weighted sectors that was still in a neutral environment. So the last week of July, healthcare joined the party. And when I say join the party, look, tech's already been very strong. So what we've been trying to do is make sure we're keeping up with the other sectors that are heavily weighted in the futures indices and saying, look, if more of those sectors are moving higher, that powers the indices to the upside. And that's exactly what we've got. If you're a Russell fan, KRE has got a pretty challenging 200 exponential moving average overhead, but since the trend has been up, if ever there's a shot at getting through that 200, which you can see are the white dots here, this is the month. It may not be pretty, but the trend should give buyers an edge as they do battle at that 50 level. And then remember, that's only going to power an already strong Russell to the upside. So this is a pretty exciting time to be a bull as we go into summer. Now, I know there's a lot of bearishness out there. A lot of folks are saying the markets have gone too far, but look, we're not seeing signs of that at all, because if the markets had gone too far, it would be a small number of sectors or even a small number of stocks that are sending everything higher. And in fact, what we're actually getting is not sector rotation. We're getting more participation. We're getting money coming off the sidelines. We're getting strength in things like the XLC. We're getting strength in names like Google and Meta and Apple. We're starting to see more strong heavy-weighted stocks, more strong, heavy-weighted sectors carrying along with the uptrends in the four major indices: Russell, Dow, NASDAQ, and the S&P. All right, so you talked a little bit about the seasonal tendency. So how do we adjust? All right, the adjustment is not going to be changing the watch list up, right? Or even changing to some different set of indicators. Not at all. What I'm going to recommend and what I'm going to be doing through August is still looking for mean reversions and buy the dip into the daily price movement range on the daily time frame. But we're going to start to be a little bit more active on the day trades, whether that be NASDAQ futures or QQQ, whether that be the S&P or SPY. We're going to look for more strength. And by the way, speaking of strength, hard to ignore what's happening in crude oil. Hard to ignore what's happening in the XLC. And those of you that have been asking me, Rog, when is natty gas going to wake up? Not yet. But you know what has woken up? Natty gas stocks by way of the FCG. So we have a really great watch list that we can take advantage of as we go into August, which is oftentimes a challenging month. And it's actually a perfect time to do the trial with me, right? If you're still struggling to figure out how to place your stops, how to position size, how to build a watch list, how to have indicators that automate so much of the levels like the daily price movement ranges do, you're going to love the 1 month trial in the Mastery. So the timing couldn't be better. I'm looking forward to having you there. We'll be having the webinar tomorrow, again, 8 p.m. Eastern. simplertrading.com/opportunity. Shorten up the time frames, gang. Day trading, 1 hour swings are going to continue to be great ways to handle what could be a choppy but bullish August. And then we also want to remember, we still have tremendous risk appetite across the important sectors that power the indices higher. We're starting to see commodities like crude oil and copper join the party. I'm going to show you some of the trades we've been taking in the Mastery. Good, bad, and ugly, gang. I'm going to show you losers. I'm going to show you winners. I'm going to show you how we cut our risk in tricky times. I'm going to show you how we've been pressing our winners in things like JP Morgan, Freeport, McMoran, Johnson & Johnson, all names and sectors that we have had our eye on because, again, more sectors are coming on and they're showing us that waiting for that mean reversion or that dip is going to really be worth our while. And if you've been struggling to get the mean reversions, that's probably because levels like the daily price movement range are not on your chart. So I want you all to be able to have these on your chart for at least a month to be able to see whether or not this works for you. So I'm super stoked about it. I'll see you all in the webinar tomorrow and in the next update. Hey traders, Raghee from Simpler Trading. Thank you so much for watching this video. Be sure to leave a like and a comment below. And remember, subscribe and click the bell icon so you'll get notified of the next update. And when you're ready to join me for live trading, be sure to head on over to simplertrading.com. I'll see you in the next update.